Greetings and salutations, fellow loaves of bread that I was making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with like a week ago. I hope that bread's still good. It is I, Eric J. Chucky, joined as always by the boy.
Hey!
This is the Two Nerds Podcast, and this is a culmination of a lot of important things. Thing number one. Have you ever wanted to be cool?
If you did want to be cool, there's a way to do that.
For only $1 a month on Patreon, link in the link tree in the description, you could subscribe to the Patreon, and then we would say how cool you are on the internet and use your name, like Rob.
A guy from Ohio.
Or Jesse Weock.
If more of you subscribe, we have to do that fucking fun one after the other bit for longer time.
No, we don't. We can just do one of us. I'll get Micro Machines about it.
Or that. That's also fun.
Yeah, with all kinds of fun tricks we could do, and you could be a part of it. Anyway, there's also a bunch of links in that link tree that you can click and purchase whatever you find there. I don't care.
So, we were talking about what the podcast about, and we realized neither of us have fucking done anything even remotely new in the last little while. You've heard about it all. We've been podcasting since 2013, so you've also heard all of our opinions on every goddamn thing we've ever thought, or watched, or read. So,
the pipeline has changed for a lot of content. And we haven't been entirely in control of it, so... And it wasn't managed as well as maybe it could have been. Because I'm trying to get them clicks. But, there's only so much juice we can milk from tier lists. While they are fun.
And they are fun. Mm-hmm. Doing them 3 weeks in a row felt shitty.
They're meant to be a fallback. We've just fallen back 3 times in a row.
And that's not okay.
Now, starting next week, we've got all kinds of content we could possibly bring you.
But, unfortunately, time is not something of which we're in control. So instead, we're going to talk about, maybe are we the problem? Or is it the children who are wrong?
My money's on the children.
Because we're going to look at the movies from 2022. Either the highest grossing films here, or just straight down the list.
We'll go down to the list here.
We're going to look at these movies. We're going to decide, were we right to not give a shit that this was coming out and not watch it? Or are we the wrong? Are we sleeping on the reboot of Sheep by the Dozen? Spoilers, we're not. But there's others in this list.
Well, and there's the thing you hear a lot, especially over the last 4 or 5 years, is that there are no more movies. There's only superhero movies, and it's poisoning cinema. Which
is just factually incorrect. So the other part of this podcast is to prove how factually incorrect that is.
Yeah, I mean, the short version is go Google list of American movies 2019 and list of American movies, I don't know, before Spider-Man. They just made less movies back in the day. Now, you can't do it now because of COVID. Obviously, the numbers are going to be different now. But there's just less movies in general. Still.
I mean, but even if you just look at this short little list of top grossing films, there's one comic book movie, 2 comic book movies.
Did that really make that much money?
It made money.
Why?
That's the worst part.
You guys should not have gone to see that as a meme. Don't encourage them. Jesus Christ.
So...
All right, let's get started here. This is a visual one because, my God, if I'm just scrolling and going, there's nothing to say. Oh, I can just hover? Oh, no, it doesn't give me the full thing.
So first up, we're looking at the 355, the first movie on the list from Wikipedia for 2022. What the fuck is this movie?
That's that one where all those ladies are spies. Or something like that. I'll just read. You guys like when I read? This is a podcast. It's an audio format. The 355 is a 2022 American spy film directed by Simon Kinberg from a screenplay by Teresa Rebeck and Kinberg and a story by Rebeck. That seems excessive. I think you could have said that differently.
You could have. That's all right. Well, now we're just criticizing Wikipedia.
Film stars Jessica Chastain, Penelope Cruz, Fan Bingbing, Diane Kruger, and Lupita Nyong'o, as I'm always terrible at pronouncing her last name, as a group of international spies who must work together to stop a terrorist organization from starting World War III. Edgar Ramirez and Sebastian Stan also star.
So it's just a spy thriller.
It's just a spy thriller. We saw trailers for this, I'm pretty sure.
This is one of those movies that I would catch eventually on like an HBO Go or a Netflix.
Yeah.
But it's certainly not something that would be worth going to the theater over.
I don't care at all.
He's desperately trying to resize this screen.
I
so
am.
You can see more of
yeah, like it. I want you guys to see things. Look, it's the 355. You need the 411 on the 355. Otherwise, 555. Come on now. There's a really old. There we go. That'll do. There's a really old podcast background behind that. Name it in the comments if you can tell which one it is.
So, I mean, that's basically the reason I'm not interested in seeing this at the theaters. This seems like a perfectly reasonable film. It's not a comic book movie, and it's something that I would probably watch at some point, but, like, I also might never.
Yeah, I just don't care. I'm not a big spy film person. This is a fine cast. I just, okay.
Doesn't look hateful, just not really something I feel like dealing with.
The Legend of La Llorona, which didn't another movie about La Llorona come out in the last few years, like before the pandemic?
You are asking the wrong dude. I don't even know what that is.
It's a crying ghost woman in Hispanic cultures.
Oh, so it's a ghost movie.
It's a ghost movie, yeah. It had Danny Trejo in it, so it's got that going for it. Look at it! Look at his smiling face.
Hey!
Yeah. Andrew and Carly Candlewood. Look at this fucking. This is it. This is the Wikipedia page. So why did we not see it? No one saw it.
Sorry,
fucking 7% Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh, okay, well.
And I don't really use Rotten Tomatoes, but just like pour a hample.
As like a room temperature gauge.
They go to Mexico with their son Danny, I hope, who is played by Danny Trejo.
In my head, it is.
Travel from California to Mexico for an unexpected vacation. Getaway is not what they think when tales of missing children along with the town legend of La Llorona soon encompassing their trip.
Okay, well...
That's not a good sentence.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's the right vibe.
Sure. La Llorona is described as an evil spirit of a distraught mother who lurks near the water's edge and strikes fear in the hearts of all those who see her. The spirit begins to torment the Candlewood family and kidnaps Danny. Along with their resourceful taxi driver Jorge, the family races to save Danny. They must navigate the spirit's power along with cartel thugs that roam the countryside. Wow, way to overcomplicate movie about scary ghost.
Like, and also that lady looks like a bored housewife who's like just walking through a lake. That's the least scary. I hope that's not the fucking ghost. I really hope that's not the fucking ghost, man.
So why didn't we see it? Well, we've not heard about it, and also it doesn't look
now
very
that
good.
I have, I definitely don't want to.
This is exactly the kind of film I would throw on in the background because I'm bored as hell and I'm out of old commercials to watch because at least Danny Trejo's there. The Commando. It's an action crime thriller directed by Asif Akbar, starring Mickey Rourke and Michael Jai White. It doesn't have a plot.
I mean, look at it. Yeah, that's fair. So this is like... This is Military Man movie. Mickey Rourke has a cowboy hat.
I like Michael Jai White. He was Spawn once.
I like Michael Jai White. I like Mickey Rourke, but... Man, y'all ain't even got a plot summary. Y'all ain't even got a plot section.
Okay. Renee Rodriguez of Variety gave the film a negative review and wrote, a talky and lethargic home invasion thriller.
Okay, well, now I'm very confused.
The Commando amounts to an inept crime drama stuffed with banal dialogue and irrelevant supporting characters to pad its feature-length running time. Is it actually like a Commando reboot? Is that what it's supposed to be? Because it does kind of sound like the plot of Commando.
If this is a Commando reboot, you guys did not do a good job.
You fucked up, man. You fucked up. I think you could have done a Commando reboot. Scream. There's no reason we haven't seen this. We just
this one's on us.
Yeah, that's on us.
We definitely should have seen this. We like the Scream movies.
Yeah, and I was
I
pretty
even
curious.
like Reform.
I was really curious to see who the killer was, and I don't know. Don't tell me in the comments.
Yeah, please don't. Don't be an asshole.
Why didn't we see Hotel Transylvania Transformania?
On account of not having seen Hotel Transylvania, also on account of not wanting to rip out my own eyeballs.
This is the 4th movie in the franchise.
Fuck.
And I have seen Hotel Transylvania. It was all right. I don't like Adam Sandler anymore. So that's my up and down. Shattered, which is the past tense of shat. So when you took a shit even further in the past.
Cyrus the Virus and Crossbones are in this. I'm sure it's fine.
It's an American thriller directed by Luis Prieto and starring Cameron Monaghan, Frank Grillo, Lily Krug, and John Malkovich. That's a hell of a cast.
Yeah.
I mean, Frank Grillo adds power to basically anything. Chris, a rich divorcee, falls in love with a mysterious woman, Sky, only to find himself, his ex-wife, and their child trapped. A desperate fight for survival ensues. Man,
I'm sure this is a great movie for someone.
It sounds fine. I'm sure Frank Grillo does something fucking incredible, and that makes it worth it for somebody.
I'm sure John Malkovich delivers a solid Malkovich. If you really like the script, maybe a Malkovich 0.5.
It seems like it was fine.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. Like, this is what? Suspense, thriller?
This is the kind of shit you find on whatever streaming service isn't Netflix. And you're like, yeah, I like Frank Grillo. Let me go ahead and throw this on my queue, and then you never watch it.
You know what this feels like? This is something I've noticed as I have just fucking checked out from movies entirely. All of the people who say there's only comic book movies just don't pay attention to whatever comic book movie actors are doing in between comic book movies. Because, like, all comic book movie actors have, like, 5 movies that come out in between comic book projects that are this fucking movie.
Or, like, My Last Love at the House Near the Lake.
Or like,
you know,
fucking...
My Special Needs Son is dying of cancer. Too.
Yeah, like...
The Squeakquel. The Royal Treatment. This is a Netflix movie. We would have to use Netflix to watch it.
And we're not doing that anymore on account of fuck you.
But we didn't know that back then. Why didn't we see it? We don't watch romance movies, really.
I have very little incentive. I don't really give a shit about the genre.
Even if this were the most amazing romance movie ever, we're just not really huge fans of those.
No.
So
they can be fine.
I like this man's clothes.
He's a royal.
Yeah. His clothes. Redeeming Love.
I'm gonna guess it's very similar to the...
Oh, man.
Wow.
This is that movie. The House by the Lake Where I Lost My Love. 7.
All right. No, there's definitely... Which fucking... set in the old American West.
Nina Dobrev.
I was about to say, which fucking comic book movie actor is in this? It's one of them. It's one of these fucking nothing movies that they make in between making $1 billion on the next big movie for their own just personal enjoyment and satisfaction.
Yeah. It doesn't seem bad. I like...
Fucking notebook-ass fucking cover.
Never mind. I don't want to watch this.
What's going on?
I
saw
a word I don't care for.
Oh, no, I started reading the plot.
Yeah,
oh, no.
Go.
Well, we're going to go. We're going to back
daughter. Up. American action-adventure fantasy film directed by Sean McNamara from a screenplay by Barry Berman and James Schamus. I hope they really pronounce the C in Seamus like I just did.
James Schamus?
Yeah. Someone comes up to him and is like, oh, Mr. Seamus, I'm a huge fan.
Hey,
My name is Seamus.
My name is Seamus.
Pierce Brosnan is King Louis the 14th.
The Sun King? Holy shit.
We've got Kaya Scodelario as Marie Joseph and Benjamin Walker as Yves Delacroix. William Hurt's final film, filmed in Versailles. Free spirit causes trouble to the abbess. It's a mermaid is there.
Well, hold on.
I think she's got magic.
Okay, so it's girl coming of age movie.
Yeah, I'm not a coming of age girl, but
popular movie in the last few years.
I don't know if you can see fucking the Beast here. Oh, that's
details.
That's the part I wanted bigger. Thanks. He just looks fly. That's all I had to say. I'm a fan of the Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan's good.
Let me just actual size that shit. So, like, that one's alright, but that's not a movie for me.
No, it's girl coming of age movie. That's a perfectly fine movie. It's just not for me.
The Tiger Rising.
Queen Latifah's in this.
Yeah. Catherine McPhee, Sam Trammell, Dennis Quaid. Based on a book, a young boy finds a tiger caged in the woods near where he lives. Together they plan to head toward its home to be. So, Free Willy with tigers.
I mean, yeah, it's...
If I accidentally created a crotch goblin, this seems like a fine film to show them.
Yeah, this is a wonderful, magical children's movie.
Sure. I'm not a child, though, and I don't exist near any. So I have no
declined.
reason. Yeah, I'm not whimsied by that.
The Fallout. Not to be confused with Fallout. If there was a Fallout movie, I would have watched it.
They're making a series.
I'm going to watch it.
It's
probably going to be bad.
Yes, and violently diverting from the source material. But as I understand it, Teeth Guy's in it. What the hell's his name?
That could be a lot of people, bro.
Nah,
that could be
Walton
Roman
Goggins.
Reigns.
Walton Goggins. And he's supposed to be playing a very important ghoul, which I'm hoping is, what was that guy's name? Bob, like from the old games. Harold.
Yep.
I'm hoping it's him. Anyway, this The Fallout is an American teen drama. Megan Park's feature directorial debut. Let's see. Jenna Ortega as Vada Cavell, a high school student who navigates the significant emotional trauma following a school shooting. Wow.
That sounds really fucking
Yeah,
sad.
I don't want to watch that because
my real life is pretty fucking okay.
Yeah, we live in a dystopia in general.
Like, I deal with enough shit on the news. I don't go to the movies to be sad.
I'm good. Maybe if a sad thing happens in a movie, that's fine, but
like, that's a sad movie.
Yeah, that's a movie that's like, hey man, we're going to talk about school shootings. And I'm like, you know what? Have fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to be over here.
I don't want to.
Talking about school book fairs.
Remember Scholastic book fairs?
Hell yeah.
Man, you go into the library, suddenly all those, like, the fucking pack-up shelves are all, like, spread out. There's, like, tables with, like, book series and, like, the little, you can get this one in, like, a package deal. And there's, like, a whole table full of fucking tchotchkes, just fucking, like, them little grabby hands, and I didn't have a lot of money as a kid, so I didn't always get something at the book fair, but I was, like, walking around.
Oh, yeah, and the smell of good books. The Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild. I don't care. I watched...
I believe I've seen 2 Ice Age movies.
I think I've only seen
and
one.
the sequel to the original. I'm aware there's something like 76.
This is a non-Blue Sky Ice Age movie.
Yeah. This is the one. This is the first one.
This is the
from
first Disney one.
So the only thing I know about that is that the people who made the original Ice Age movies made a little animation of Scrat finally getting his little fucking acorn, and the whole internet was sad.
I wasn't. I didn't care.
I was.
But I'm old, so
Good for him.
Yeah, like, I'm happy for him. I just, like, everyone was moved, and I was like, I'm okay.
I mean, you didn't grow up with the films.
No.
Neither did I, really. I've seen 2. 17%. Hachimachi.
Oh, it was a Disney Plus original film.
Oh, well, that's a different bar.
Yeah, that's a different bar. I'm sure it was fine. I'm sure it was fine for your little children that you have to look at and go, Mommy, buy me the Buck Wild doll.
And, like, you get about 90 minutes of peace from your horrible life.
I don't like what happened here with me now. I don't like it. And I need you to know, this is an Adam Sandler movie. If I had known that going into this, if I'd heard of it, that would be the biggest reason I wouldn't watch it. I don't like Adam Sandler. However, I looked and I went, a football movie about high school football players. That's why I don't give a shit. Kevin James, that might be all right.
Middle school.
I don't like what that says about me.
Middle school football.
Well, I just looked at the poster. But
this is the fucking Bad News Bears.
It's inspired by actual events.
It's inspired by actual events, the Bad News Bears.
Interesting.
I'm looking at this. This is the Bad News Bears. The Bad News Bears is a fine movie.
Or whatever, Remember the Titans.
No, those are very different movies.
Are they?
Yes.
Just in tone, though.
Yes.
The plot is the exact same thing.
The plot is the same, yes. but the tone is what I'm talking about.
So, if you're into either Remember the Titans or Bad News Bears, watch this movie, and it will probably be one of those two.
Yeah, or like that movie, I forget the name of it, the one with You're Killing Me Smalls. I don't remember what that was.
Baseball
The Sandlot.
Boys, 80s version.
It was The Sandlot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I like it's fine.
This is not...
I've seen enough of those. I don't care about sports ball.
Yeah, I don't care about children. And they're young enough still to be children. So, Clean. Oh. It's an action thriller directed by Paul, I'm going to guess Soleil, starring Adrian Brody, who also produced and wrote the film. Well, I can see why I didn't hear about Clean.
What, did Adrian Brody do a bad?
I don't even remember what the fuck he did. I'm just aware he is currently canceled.
Ah, okay.
So no one knows what Adrian Brody's up to.
It looks fine.
It looks pretty thrilling, and I have classically been a fan of Adrian Brody as an actor, so that might have drawn me toward this, but I can 100% see why I didn't hear about it.
He's a garbage man fighting a crime boss.
That sounds fucking great!
Yeah, alright.
43% on Rotten Tomatoes, that's fair.
So, like, look, Adrian Brody's currently canceled. We don't know why.
I think it was, like, legitimately some not good stuff.
I hope it's not. I hope it's some bullshit, because this seems like a good movie, and I don't know, I might actually watch it if it's not.
Seems pretty good.
If I can watch Adrian Brody movies after looking whatever it is up and not go,
Yeah. Well, I think on like a scale, that might be okay.
Yeah, like but like no.
No. Sundown is a drama film written and directed by Michael Franco, starring Tim Roth, Charlotte Gainsbourg, Auxiliarios, Henry Goodman, Albertine Cotting McMillan. What a great name!
What the fuck?
And Samuel Bottomley.
Look, all right.
It's the most British nobility fucking name. Introducing Samuel Bottomley.
The third, it would be the only way to improve it.
Follows a wealthy man who attempts to abandon his family on vacation after the death of his mother. Oh, wow. That sounds sad but interesting.
Right now, I'm just grappling with the American Screen Actors Guild has like a one Steve rule. So you have to rename yourself, and that's how you end up with shit like Albertine Cotting McMillan.
No, that's that person's name, and they got a middle name. That's good. But yeah, I don't know. That might be interesting to watch. I don't know that I would sit down and watch it. Like, I don't watch films like this anymore. When I was in my 20s and my teens, absolutely. I would sit down and be like, or something would be on HBO or Cinemax or Showtime or whatever and really catch my eye, and I'd be like, okay. But like, because I now have to put forth that extra ounce of effort to go looking for it, no, I'm probably not going to watch it. But it does sound interesting.
The streaming era has kind of cable TV'd all of movies to a certain extent.
We're into February, and like, gee, there wasn't a superhero film in there.
Not one, no. Not one. All of January.
Just putting that out there. We are into February now, and let's see, we've got Jackass Forever. I'm not pulling it up. You know what that is. I didn't watch it because I don't fucking like Jackass.
I like Jackass just fine. Jackass is funny. Look, men consensually destroying themselves for their own entertainment is fine.
Moonfall was that Roland Emmerich film where the moon was full of ghosts.
Moon's Haunted. Moon's Haunted, the film.
It bombed at the box office because it looked fucking stupid.
But the moon was haunted.
Last Looks is an American-British mystery thriller directed by Tim Kirkby, but based on a novel. Stars Charlie Hunnam, Mel Gibson, Morena Baccarin, Lucy Fry, Rupert Friend, Dominic Monaghan, Jacob Scipio, and Clancy Brown. Honestly...
does that fucking poster remind you of anything? It looks like an Indiana Jones poster. Is that just a hat? Am I just being drawn into the hat? It's also the font.
Man. That sounds really good. Too bad about the Mel Gibson. I would 100% watch this. Too bad about the Mel Gibson.
Too bad.
Fuck. Why couldn't you have been released in the 80s when it was fine? The Long Night.
It's the House of Black.
Yeah, they're here. American horror film. Robert Shep and Mark Young. Directed by Rich Ragsdale. Stars Scout Taylor Compton. She's always cool. Noah Gerard Funk, what a great name. Nolan, excuse me. Jeff Fahey. Deborah Kara Unger, I do like her. This film is about a couple whose quiet weekend takes a bizarre turn when a nightmarish cult and their maniacal leader come to fulfill an apocalyptic prophecy. I don't watch horror movies as much as I used to. This looks like a pretty cool one.
This is, just like a modern Last House
on
the
horror
Left
thriller
sort of
kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it's not a modern Last House on the Left. Yeah, 47% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's not bad.
For a horror movie, that's about right.
Cool. Yeah, no, this one looks good.
Yeah, okay. That one might be on us.
Yeah. Kimmy. American thriller, directed by Steven Soderbergh, written and produced by David Koepp, stars Zoe Kravitz, was released on HBO. Generally positive reviews.
Released on HBO is why we haven't seen this.
Yeah. This looks pretty decent. It's like a tech thriller. Monitoring data streams and coming up with stuff. Cool.
Yeah, that actually sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah. I don't know that I would be into it, but I think it'd be a movie you'd really love.
Yeah, that's right up my alley.
I like her hair.
Yes, also that.
Yeah. Shut In.
That's
basically the reason we haven't seen most of these movies.
We're already there. Man. We're living this one. That's why we haven't seen it.
What's that?
It's the Daily Wire's first original film.
Okay.
You don't know who they are. That is Ben Shapiro's company.
Oh. Death on the Nile. I didn't see the Orient Express. I actually kind of want to watch these movies.
Yeah, this is another
really
one
good.
of those fucking comic book actors aren't busy right now, so they're just making another movie.
Oh wait, it was Armie Hammer who got canceled. Maybe the other dude's fine.
Ooh, maybe.
Maybe we can watch Garbage Man film.
Yay, Garbage Man fight people!
But anyway, these look really good, and they look like really good modern adaptations of the original stuff. Kenneth Branagh's really good. I just haven't sat down to watch them yet.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
it. Yeah.
Like, this one's even on my, I could watch this sort of list.
I really like the visual vibe they go for. Marry Me. It's an American romantic comedy drama based on a graphic novel. Comic book movies ruining Hollywood. Oh, no! I remember when this was a webcomic. And I kept seeing the ads for it, and I was like, for fucking real?
This is a webcomic movie?
Owen Wilson is playing a dad who goes to this concert with her daughter, and this Britney Spears alike, who is being played here by Jennifer Lopez, she's holding a sign that says, or he's holding a sign that says, "Marry me," and for whatever reason, to get out of a contract or just on a whim or whatever, she's like, okay, let's get married. And hijinks ensue.
This is a webcomic movie?
It says it's a
Hollywood
graphic novel.
has scraped the bottom of the barrel so much, we adapt in webcomics now?
I don't know that that's a scraping of the bottom of the barrel.
I love webcomics, but when the fucking, God, I can't think of a webcomic that is funny enough for this joke. When the Control-Alt-Delete movie happens, I'm gonna just have to go. I'm gonna have to leave and live in the woods.
We would have to watch that fucking movie.
Oh, God, yeah! We'll watch it in the woods.
I have no desire to see this. I'm happy it exists. I don't care for Jennifer Lopez as an actress.
Usually it's just kind of one note.
Blacklight. Liam Neeson. Oh, this is one of the Takens we've had this year.
Oh, he just keeps making these fucking Takens.
Yeah, he's just making Takens this year. That's fine. Good for you, Liam. I'm sure you'll catch it eventually.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah, that's just a we haven't gotten to it.
He's gonna keep making Takens until they fucking stop him.
I Want You Back is a romantic comedy.
Well, that'll be why I haven't watched it.
Starring Charlie Day and Jenny Slate, two recently dumped strangers who team up to sabotage the new relationships with their exes. Wow, that sounds terrible.
Wow, so this is a movie about awful fucking people. Charlie Day is right.
Yeah.
He's got experience in this genre.
Good job. Not my film. Tall Girl 2.
Oh, boy. Haven't seen Tall Girl.
I might be interested in this one. What do we got here? Teen romantic comedy. Nope, not interested. Never mind. All jokes aside, I mean, it's a teen romantic comedy, obviously. That's why we haven't seen it, but I'm sure it's fine. Sure. Well, let's check.
The plot of Tall Girl is Girl Tall.
Yeah.
That's the whole
wow, 63%?
That's the plot of the fucking movie.
This sounds like a great teen romantic comedy. If you're a teen and you're listening to this podcast and you love romantic comedies, or you're any other kind of person who loves teen romantic comedies, I'd say check out Tall Girl 2. The sky is everywhere, which is accurate, except for where the ground.
It's down.
But it's under there.
Oh, it's true.
Fuck.
Go far enough. The sky is everywhere.
Coming of age romantic drama, directed by Josephine Decker, written by Jandy Nelson. That's a fun name, Jandy.
Jandy, that sounds
I
made
like
up.
that. But it does. But I'm fine with it. Based on her novel of the same name, at an Apple Plus TV. That's why we haven't seen it.
A young girl must choose her lover after the death of her sister.
I don't know. Maybe she can wait.
That's maybe
It's got Jason Segel in it. He's funny. Look at him.
I was gonna shit talk him, but then he popped up and was like, "Are you?" And I was like, "No."
This seems fine. Not for us. Not for us. The In-Between. Oh, they're gonna nose kiss. Science fiction romance film directed by Ari Posen from a screenplay by Mark Klein on Paramount Plus, which we do have access to.
And then there's like a whole big plot summary.
Yeah, and that's gonna spoil it. But I don't know. That might be neat. Maybe time travel happens.
Yeah, maybe one of them's traveling to the 80s.
That'd be sick. Or the 50s. Look at his cool hair.
Yeah. Let's just... Who knows?
Who knows? I would love to plot summary
Fistful of Vengeance. Oh, it's
supernatural action thriller.
It's Iron Fist. But like better, maybe.
It's a follow-up to the first season of the television series Wu Assassins.
Okay. Good for it.
Travel to Bangkok to hunt down the... Yeah, I'd watch this.
Yeah, I mean, I'd watch the shit out of this.
Yeah.
This sounds right up my alley. Jokes aside, it's on Netflix, so I'm not gonna...
Yeah. But, yeah, it sounds like a quality film. Uncharted. This is the fourth Spider-Man movie?
Full stop. I don't really care that much about Uncharted, but the reason I haven't seen this is that, much as I like Tom Holland, it's just wild miscasting. I don't even give a shit about Uncharted, and that is wild miscasting.
Yeah. I was going to watch it until he was casting it, basically.
Like, I really like Tom Holland. He's a really good actor. Yeah. That is the wrong role. Maybe in 10 years.
Sure. Let him have a wrinkle or two. I just don't. I don't play the games. I don't know much about them, but I
know enough to know that that's wrong.
Yeah.
And if you got that wrong,
yeah. I don't have a lot of faith in this film. There was a funny scene. I saw Gift. Apparently, they fall out of a car that was in a plane, and they land on the beach, and they walk up to a guy, and he's like, "Where the hell did you guys come from?" And they're like, "Oh, we fell out of a car that was in a plane, and we had to swim up on the beach." And he's like, happened to me once. It's Nolan North.
Oh, that is funny.
That's pretty good.
That's good joke. That's much funnier.
Now you guys don't have to see the film. Dog.
No, I haven't seen this because the dog dies.
Dog. I don't know. The dog died?
Did the dog die? You know what? DoesTheDogDie.com. This movie gave me big dog dies energy.
No. Spoilers for Dog. The dog don't die. I haven't seen this because I am not, and I say this with all respect, a white Midwestern straight woman.
That is who this movie's for.
Absolutely. And for them, this is fucking a bowl of petit fours. This is a fucking pizza made by the finest pizza artisans. This is a delicious, handcrafted... This is the Batman of those kind of movies. Perfect. Great job. Handsome man, lovely dog, sensitivity, truck, values, working hard... You can fix him, he can fix her. Everyone gets fixed, and then later on you fix yourself. A+ review recommendation of Dog. If you're into that kind of shit, I don't ever need to fucking see it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Again. This one is literally a sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, the original.
So the reboot continuity's done.
For that one movie that it was extant for, yes.
No, there was a sequel to that one.
Was there?
Yeah, we went to see it. In that 2013.
That was the reboot. Or was... I don't know, man. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is fucked up. Anyway, it didn't look very good, and we didn't see it. And it received generally negative reviews, so... It was also on Netflix. What the fuck? Get out of here, Netflix. The Cursed. Oh.
Werewolf movie?
Stars Boyd Holbrook, Kelly Riley, Alistair Petrie, and Roxanne Duran.
So it's a World War I werewolf movie?
Oh, man. I'm getting Dog Soldiers vibes there. That's interesting. Wounded British Captain. Ooh.
All right, hold on.
All
The
right.
Cursed. That says 2021. The hell happened?
Well, a lot of them say 2021 because they debuted at like Sundance or Cannes or whatever. So yeah, but like they're wider release.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds good. I was shot in France. Wow. Yeah, released in the United States on February 18th, 2022. It's on streaming now.
73%.
So this looks good. This sounds good.
Yeah, like all right. All right,
We're
that
just not up
that
enough.
one might be on the list. That one's on us.
A fairy tale after all. I'm kind of trying to shotgun here because we're fine on time. American musical fantasy film. That's why you didn't see it.
Yep.
I don't know any of those people. Another film starring a lady named Sky.
It's an isekai. It's a goddamn isekai.
There's only one good
To
isekai.
Celestia.
And I wrote it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a teenage girl.
I mean, look, in the realm of teenage girl isekai, I'm glad they're getting movies.
Yeah, I like. There's a character named Gargantuan Squabby, and Thumpkin.
Fucking, yeah. You guys get the vibe. If there's a Thumpkin, you guys get the vibe.
And Peasant Child. I hope that's that character's name. Yeah, it seems alright. It's not for me. Cyrano. I didn't watch this because fucking Peter Dinklage is too far up his own ass. Too bad. It looks really good. You?
I'm sure he's a fine actor, but also I don't give a shit about Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yeah. Studio 666. I haven't watched this yet. I am looking at the poster. It's by Dave Grohl. Comedy horror film.
Yeah, okay, this one's on us. We definitely should have seen this.
Yeah, we definitely should. Wow.
Again, but like comic book movies, thin on the ground, but this looks good. The Cursed, Studio 666, there's at least two, and pending cancellation review, Garbage Man movie.
Yeah. That's very exciting. It's got Will Forte in it. That'll be fun. All right, yeah, I'm down for this. Studio 666 sounds great. A Medea Homecoming. We didn't watch this because Medea. If you think Medea is funny, how did you get here?
Yeah.
No Exit. Ooh, this might be cool. Directed by Damien Power. Screenplay by Andrew Barrett and Gabriel Ferrari. Based on the 2017 novel of the same name by Taylor Adams. A recovering drug addict discovers kidnapping in progress while stranded at a restaurant during a blizzard.
So this is like a horror thriller.
Ooh, yeah, thriller. Ooh, on Hulu.
Hulu
yeah.
at least has been honest enough to have commercials the whole time.
That's pretty spicy. Also, we get it as a
I get it
staple
for
onto
free.
Disney Plus. So, yeah, I could watch No Exit. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, all right.
I have not
add it to
seen
the list.
any ads for that. That's on you, movie ad persons. I watch ads now. Gasoline Alley. I don't give a shit about one of the largest divas in show business. But otherwise,
It's just such a child of
again, much like Mel Gibson, why couldn't this have been made in the 90s? Saban Films is really putting in time, though. I want to give them credit. They've released like 4 of these fucking movies. Tattoo artist Jimmy Jane is interviewed by detectives Bill Freeman and Freddie Vargas, who are investigating a mass murder of prostitutes after, I thought that said lightsaber, after a lighter inscribed with the studio's name is found at the crime scene. Yeah, he gets into
it's a cop
human trafficking ring. Yeah, it's just a big cop. I'll find the real truth. Cool. Okay.
I have a suggestion.
What's up, buddy?
In the vein of getting the most content out of our content, that was 2 months.
That was 2 months, man.
We give it a couple days, we can do another
We'll
2
be out
months.
of April. That's absolutely correct. Yeah, do you guys like this? Was this a fun format for you? Are you still here?
If you are, put in the comments.
Yeah,
Let us know.
yeah.
And then we'll come back and we'll do March and April.
Yeah, how about that? So that's good. I'm good. We didn't watch any movies.
Everything's better when nerds talk about it.